Mesachas Taanis Daf Yud Beis. The Mar brings the Shaila. If Mesan l'shoyis or ain't Mesan l'shoyis, and if you Mesan l'shoyis, if you mispell Tfilas Taanis, there's a tremendous machlokes you're showing them. If you hold Mesan l'shoyis, the Ramban holds, as long as you makabel the Taanis before you started being Mesana, it's enough of a kabalat to be chal a Taanis shoyis. However, the Rosh holds that you have to makabel Taanis before the beginning of the day, before the day you makabel, this next day you'll have a Taanis shoyis. It's tzurchi in what the beer the oimik machlokes rishonim is. I didn't say from Anischena of the Zara, and Bem say found Til Yoin over here, and I saw my shvager Mordechai Katzenstein, the Chashav Tamidei Chacham in South Waldorfsburg, in his Kuntres Tikrit Soin, on Mesachas Taanis is Meirich on the Shaila, and what the Geder of Taanis shoyis is the Geder Taanis shoyis chal specifically on the hours that is Mekabel Taanis, or is the halacha of Mesna Taanis shoyis is a halacha in the whole Yom has it in Taanis, and where is the Taanis b'poil is only in those specific hours, the same way a regular Taanis, like many Rishonim Tzavur, even though the Isra Achila b'poil is only by day, nevertheless the night before also has some Dinei Taanis. So that's good for the machlokes Rishonim. If the whole Taanis is at the time of the Isra Achila, it's maspik to Makabel Taanis before the Isra Achila, but the Rosh holds that the whole day has a shem Taanis, therefore you have to specifically Makabel Taanis before the beginning of the day. The Choinim asked that Tzorchi and the Gemara before on the Aleph and Beis says the Lomba Tanisoi Einim Mispal Tfilas Taanis, and the Gemara asked what's the understanding or Zera Mavona. The Gemara says that Bemasi holds Misan L'Shoyis HaMispal L'Shoyis Mispal Tfilas Taanis V'Shani Hocha the Shoyis the Leib the Kibble of Mikara. Since the Shoyis of the Leib he wasn't Mekabel beforehand, so therefore he can't be mispal Tfilas Taanis the night after his Taanis, even though he's not fasting. Since he wasn't makabel the night after his fast, as it did Taanis, he can't be mispal Tfilas Taanis. I until Leoina that Bishlam according to the Rosh, it's very good because the Rosh holds you have to makabel even Taanis shoyis before the day. So therefore, since he wasn't makabel the night as a Taanis before the beginning of the night, so therefore it doesn't have a din of a Taanis. However, according to Ramban, that the halacha of Taanis shoyis doesn't need a Kabbalah before the day, so therefore why can't he make a Kabbalah at night, and a Kabbalah at night should be mahani to give it a shem Taanis enough to mispal anenu. So I in the Bach that's Mvur understood Rashi that be'emes he wasn't makabel Taanis b'chlal, and nevertheless there's a havamina that should have it in Taanis since it's a continuation of the Taanis that he was misanim boyd for, even without a specific Kabbalah's Taanis for the night. There's a havamina that should be mahani and should have it in Taanis. Kamashman doesn't have it in Taanis. So here in understanding of the havamina, why should it be a havamina that the night after the day of the Taanis should be considered as Yom Taanis? We could explain according to the Yisod Geder from the Tziv, which mentions Shurim, Brachas Davidalit, and other Shurim, that any mitzvah that doesn't have a specific time, you could extend the mitzvah, like Pasuk Echad of Kriya Shema, you could extend the Kriya Shema, and all has a mitzvah, or din of a key of mitzvah midiraisa. So over here also, there's a havamina that since you had a Taanis b'yom, you could extend the ikka Taanis b'yom even to the night. I know going to from in the Taanis before a different pshat that since you started fasting at the beginning of the night and you didn't make a Kabbalah before the beginning of the fast, so we can't make a Kabbalah in the middle of the fast. Since at the beginning of the Taanis you fast without Kabbalah, it's too late to make Kabbalah Taanis b'emtza ha-Taanis. Another way you could explain the understanding of the body, you don't need a Kabbalah's Taanis b'yom according to what's Mavur Chidish Gadol in Sefer Moedim L'zmanim from Moshe Sternberg Shlita, that says that Taanis shoyis is choluk be'iki yisay gidroi from regular Taanis, it only has the din of a Kabbalah of the Gavra. The Gavra is noig b'isset Taanis, but the Chefts of the Yom doesn't have a din of a Taanis. B'chlal, and he says two nafkaminas. One nafkamina is if you're over and you ate by mistake, you don't have to continue fasting. Or every regular Taanis, you're over and you broke your fast, you have to continue, and you might have to mashlim your Taanis. Another nafkamina says that by regular Taanis, the Allah is more than Rambam is isser to be noig dunim ba'atzmai. However, by Taanis shoy, since it's only a chiv and isser mitzad, there's no halacha to be noig idunim ba'atzmai. I need to say for Tila Yoina, the ask the kasha on the Moedim Lazman, and the Bemis is warning more further that is halacha mis'an l'shoyis is specifically when you weren't toyim klum ada erev, and it's two different mahalchim. And why is halacha you can't be toyim anything until the erev? Rashi's mavur that if you eat in the middle of the day, it's missing in the inu of the Taanis shoyis. You just didn't eat for a couple of hours, but it's missing in the inu if you toyim before the erev. However, the Rambam Al Korcha has a different understanding, because the Rambam writes that if you eat in the morning, then you could have a Taanis shoyis the rest of the day. However, if you fasted the first half of the day, you have to fast the entire day. So it's not a pshat that you need to eat of the entire day, because if that would be the case, then even if you eat in the beginning of the day, you shouldn't have a kiyum of the Taanis at the end of the day. It's mavur, and that's a Rambam that says halacha in the kvias of the yom of Taanis, there has to be goyim the entire day. If it's not goyim the entire day, it doesn't have a kvias of yom Taanis. It's not chal that this is the day of the Taanis if it's not goyim the day of the Taanis. So Tilian says the Bemis, according to the Rambam, it's mavur, that's a din in the chefts of the yom, because if it's only a din the gavra, then how could it be such a halacha? They have to be chal the yom that's a yom Taanis. And he says it's Tzorchi, and the Moedim Zman himself proves this is from the Rambam v'ayin sham. When for the Gemara says, Amashmul called Taanis lekibul of b'yom lo yishmei Taanis. Ayin Toysav v'dizar brings from Ben Tam that even if you weren't mekabel b'peh, if you're mekabel b'leiv, it's mahani and it has a din of a kabbalas Taanis. Ayin the Magen Avram that brings the Bach that asks that although it's mavur that the time to mekabel Taanis is specifically b'zman mincha. The Bach asked that Tzorchi, and even Shloi b'zman mincha, you should have to be mekayim your din Taanis, because it's the gor that nedel dvar mitzvah and should be chal a din Taanis even and not a time of mincha. So the Magen Avram says, and the Bach says that's different. That a nedel, the Taanis doesn't have a loch like a nedel dvar mitzvah. It's a kabbalah mesiyamas, the Taanis. It doesn't have a loch like a nedel dvar mitzvah. But Magen Avram writes, nevertheless, even though you should be machmir if you mekabel b'peh, shlo b'tas mincha, you should be noyig l'chumra and mekayim the Taanis. However, if you just mahar believe, shlo b'shas mincha, you don't have to fulfill your Taanis. It's safe in the Zira Shimshon is matmi on this Magen Avram that what's the difference, since halacha is even a kabbalah believe has a din like kabbalah b'Taanis. So if it's shlo b'shas mincha, if it's chal and nida b'peh, who would it be chal kabbalah believe as well? I need to say from Moedim Lazmanim from Moshe Sternbach Shlita that explains, and he says a tremendous chiddush in the sugi. He says that be'emes the Geder of Kabbalah, the Taanis, is like a mekabel, a korban on yourself. The makriv yourself as a korban. Takadosh Baruch Hu, Yimei Domoy, has a din like a Kabbalah of a korban. So he says that the whole din, that it's mavur, that a Kabbalah believe has a din like a Kabbalah is only because it has a din like a nedel, a korban. Like the divli v'oilos, and even a Kabbalah believe has a halacha like Kabbalah. But that's specifically when you make a Kabbalah b'shas mincha and you mekabel the entire day as a Taanis, and specifically when the entire day has a din like a Taanis, then the Taanis has a din like a korban. However, if you just misan l'shoyis and you don't have a Taanis an entire day, although it has a mitzvah of a Taanis, it doesn't have a status of a korban, and therefore Kabbalah believe won't help a chlal. And with this he answers the Goin's kasha on the Shulchan Aruch that says that a Kabbalah believe to mekabel Yom Kippur and Tisha B'Av early doesn't help a chlal. And the Goin asks, why doesn't it help? A Kabbalah believe does help for a Taanis, so why can't you mekabel Yom Kippur and Tisha B'Av early with the Kabbalah belief? So Moshe Sternbach says that's hein hadvarim. Although a Taanis tzibah has a din of a korban, only the ikar Taanis tzibah has a din of a korban. However, that you're moisif onto the Taanis tzibah doesn't have a loch of a korban, so therefore you need dafka Kabbalah b'peh. And according to this, he's miyashiv the Gemara before that says lom b'Taanis. You can't be mispal tefillas Taanis. Like we mentioned before, what's the understanding in the Gemara? So he says that you can believe not prepare, and since it only has a halacha like a tiny sha'os and doesn't have a din of a korban, so therefore it's not chal. A kabalat believe without the prepare because it doesn't have a din of a korban because it was only a kabalat with sha'os.